you're going to be looking at a habitual offender status. And what that means is for certain felonies, if you're charged with it, your minimum is 25 years in the prison. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So is calling 2024 CR 011162, State of Texas versus Nicole Nutter. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Albert Chidas for Ms. Nutter.
And are you Ms. Nutter?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you entered a plea on December 20th, a no contest. The court waived
Nope.
the repeater allegation without objection. According to the plea bargain agreement, punishment is to be assessed at a cap of 5 in the prison. There's a $2,000 fine, and the state is opposed to your application. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report and the TAP evaluation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
Any witnesses?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
I'd like to call my client.
All right, can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
My name is Nicole Nutter.
All right, defense.
Ms. Nutter, you're applying for probation. What can you tell the judge that will give her confidence that you're gonna succeed at probation?
And when I plan on getting out, I plan on getting a job, staying with my daughter, and just trying to get on with my life and do better. I don't do drugs anymore.
I'm sorry.
I don't do drugs anymore.
Okay.
My legs were run over on December 6th, 2023. And as soon as my legs were run over by the vehicle, it snapped me into reality. And I haven't done methamphetamine since the day my legs were run over.
And now, let me ask you another question. Have you had mental health issues?
They diagnosed me when my daughter was just born, and I denied the drug that they diagnosed me, Depakote, and I told them that I wasn't going to take it because my daughter was young and I didn't want to be on medicine. So all these years I've been without
Okay,
healthcare.
but what were you diagnosed with?
Bipolar.
Okay. And the Depakote was to treat the bipolar disorder?
Yes.
And you were not on your medication?
No.
Okay.
Not on my medication.
Now, on this instant offense, were you using methamphetamines when you were arrested?
No.
Were you taking your Depakote or something similar?
No, I wasn't taking anything. I know I had a psychotic breakdown, a mental breakdown, because there's nothing else that can explain it. I wasn't under the influence of anything. Alcohol.
All right, so
nothing.
here's the thing. You're going to need to speak up so the court reporter can hear, and everyone else, you need to whisper.
So
And so, when you went over, what was this trailer place that you went to?
it was my friend's house that I was living at.
And were you allowed to be there at the time?
Yes, I lived there with him.
But were you allowed to be there at the time that you went there, when you got arrested?
At the time, well, I didn't think anything of it, even though we had like a little dispute a few days like before that. I didn't think, because he's my friend.
Had he kicked you out?
Well, he gave me my clothes and I went to spend the night in another friend's house in the
Okay.
trailer park.
Okay, and so, did you intend to burglarize his home?
No, not at all. I just
What was the reason you went there?
talk with him about
Um,
the cats that I let out of the cages and to let him know what was going on and what I had done.
okay, now, if the judge is gonna consider probation, she's gotta consider what the likelihood that you're gonna successfully complete probation. So you've had probation before, right?
Yes.
And you've struggled with probation.
Yeah, I've struggled in the past.
Has bipolar disorder been an issue?
I believe it's always been an issue. That's why I get myself medicated with methamphetamines. I never got treated until now. And the medicine that I'm on just works really well. I haven't had any of those breakdowns mentally that I was having before all this happened.
So while you've been in county, have you been put on medication?
Yeah, they put me on Risperdal.
Okay, so if the judge decides she's gonna give you probation, do you have a place to go since you're not gonna be living with Tim anymore?
I have my daughter's house. My daughter has an apartment. She's 21. She's here today.
Okay, and so do you have any additional family support?
Her, my children's father.
Okay, all right. Thank you. No further questions, Judge.
Any questions?
I just, so, your accident where your legs were run over, you said that was in 2003?
2003,
Okay,
December 6th, 2003.
and so when have you stopped?
Oh, no, 2023. Sorry.
2023. Okay, so that's
Yes.
when you say you
Yes.
stopped doing drugs.
Yeah.
Okay, and so I just had a question, because you said, I mean, you have been living there with Timothy, correct, at the trailer?
Yes.
Okay, and you guys got into a disagreement a couple of days before, and regarding the cat, correct?
Well, we hadn't really talked about the cats at the time, so that I wanted to go and talk with him about letting the cats out because he didn't hear from me. He only heard from the tenants, so he had never heard it from me. So I wanted to go over and talk to him and let him know what was going on.
And then, but that day, I guess, he had given you your clothes previously to go stay somewhere else, is that correct?
At the friend's house.
Okay. And so then the day that you went back to speak to him about the cats, and you believe that you had permission to be there that day.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, even though he didn't really let you into the apartment, right? In the police report, it said that you had butted him, but you're disputing that today, right?
No, it wasn't a headbutt. It was,
Kind of like checking him, correct?
chest, yeah.
And at one point you fell down and you're going back and forth with the chest,
Yeah.
correct? Okay, and then you enter his habitation, his trailer at that time, correct, and lock the door.
Yeah.
Okay, and to you that indicates to you that you had permission to be there?
No, my mental state wasn't normal.
Okay.
I mean, in reality, my mental state was really messed up.
Okay. And in the situations that Timothy had said that he didn't know if you were using drugs again, but you're saying that you're not, and it's just a mental health issue.
It was a mental health issue for sure. I mean, my mental health was, I can't even tell you what kind of things were going on in my head at the time that were just not even normal. When I entered Clare County, they put a yellow shirt on me. I thought I was pregnant. I haven't had sex.
Well, that's okay. We don't have to go into
since
that.
December 6th.
That's
So,
okay.
Yeah.
I'm done asking you questions. Okay, I've kind of clarified what I want.
All right, any other questions?
No other questions for her. I do have one other witness, or I don't know if the court needs to hear, but her daughter and her ex-husband are here. The daughter would just be testifying about the fact that she can provide a home for her mother.
Okay,
I don't know if you need to hear from her. It's sufficient just to know that.
that's fine for me to know that, but if you would like to call them as a witness, we'll have to bring this back in the afternoon.
No, we don't need to do that, Judge.
You sure?
Yeah.
You sure?
Well, out of an abundance of caution, I would like to call the daughter just to.
All right, so we'll come back in the afternoon at 1:30 and we'll finish up this hearing, okay? All right,
thank you, Your Honor.
you're welcome. Back on the record in 2024 CR 011162, State versus Nicole Nutter. If I could have parties reannounced for the record, State. Defense.
Albert Chidas for Ms. Nutter.
And are you Miss Nutter?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So, State, you said that you had another witness present.
One other person I was going to call.
All right, if you'll call them, please.
Paige Slater.
All right. Hello. Hi, and excuse me, you need to stand over there. If you'll raise your right hand for me. Do you solemnly swear affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Paige Slater.
All right, if you'll make sure you keep your voice up so that I can hear, because my allergies are acting up, and also so that the court reporter can hear.
Yes.
All right, defense.
Could you let me know what your relationship is to Miss Nutter?
She's my mom.
And where do you live? Not address, but town.
San Antonio.
Okay. And are you willing to help your mom get through, assuming the court were to give her probation? Are you willing to assist her in housing?
Yes, she can stay with me. I'm
And do you live alone in the apartment? Do you have children in the apartment?
No, just me and a dog.
Okay. And are you aware of your mom's mental health issues?
Yes. Yeah, I grew up with her.
And so are you willing to help her to try and stay on her medication so she can maintain a healthy mental state?
Yes, yes. Yeah, 100%.
And are you employed?
Yes, I'm self-employed.
Okay, all right. I have no further questions, Judge.
All right, any questions from the state?
No question.
All right, and just one for me.
I'm
Out of
sorry?
curiosity, what do you do?
Social media.
Okay, all right, so what, when you say social media, what are you?
Yeah, like basically influencer. Like I make probably like 10 to 20.
Okay, all right, thank you. Okay, all right, thank you so much.
Thank you. And I have no other witnesses, Judge.
All right,
Just
so,
argument.
all right, I'll hear your argument. Oh, you can come back up.
So, Judge, I know Miss Nutter did have some issues with her probation in the past. She's had probation before, but she's always, had the issue with being bipolar. That's never going to go away, and that's something where it's been a struggle for her. It's also cost her to do some things that are erratic. She's gotten into drugs. It seems like she's overcome the issue of drugs, but she's still been struggling with her mental health. And she did have a job before she was arrested. She was working with, I'll probably butcher his name, but Tim Height, the complainant. And Tim was very generous, very helpful. He's a religious man, and he was helping her in giving her a job, giving her a place to stay, trying to get her, closer to God and away from drugs. He was interviewed by the state, and he himself feels that it's way too much to say it was a burglary of the habitation. He thinks that it probably should have been like a criminal trespass. He just wanted her gone because she was acting so crazy, so erratic, out of control. I think in page 5 of the report to the court, he's interviewed and kind of gives his thoughts on the matter, which is that he wants her to get the help she needs. He thinks she has a drug problem, but she is bipolar and she wasn't on her medication. So either or, she either has to be getting her medication for bipolar, and in addition, if there's a drug issue, getting drug treatment. And my client's open to doing what she needs to do. She's just asking the court to have the opportunity to do that. She does have a place to go back to. Her daughter will let her stay with her. And I think that it's probably a better solution than putting her in TDC and at taxpayers' expense, when she can kind of try and get her affairs in order and still abide by the court's requirements. And if she doesn't, the court always has the opportunity to simply revoke her if she doesn't do what she's supposed to be doing. So-
State.
So for that reason, I would just say, I'm sorry. Yeah,
Okay.
for that reason, I would just say if you could give her probation. Thank
All
you.
right. Thank you. State.
Jeff, just to the previous history of repeat offending states in position that in lieu of prison, we have a long probation, we approach it a case.
All right. So I will tell you, this is a very difficult case for me on deciding what to do because I don't have a crystal ball. So I'm weighing the fact that you've never successfully completed probation. I mean, the PSI I'm reviewing, you're given probation, and each time you were revoked. You were revoked in 2008, and that was interference with child custody. And I'm assuming that's involving the 13-year-old.
That's involving this young lady that
Oh, that's involving her. Okay. And then There was the bail jumping in 2013. And I know depending on what county you're in, when you don't show up, they'll charge you with bail jumping. And then the probation on that was revoked. And then everything else, it appears that you have taken time. So this is a difficult case. And then the complainant, I've read the PSI report, the complainant does not want you to go to prison. Complainant feels that you need help, that you have mental health issues and drug issues. Now, according to the TAP evaluation, they think that you're minimizing. So this is what I can tell you I will do. And at first I was strongly thinking about giving you 3 years in the prison and not granting your application. But if I grant your application for probation, you're going to remain in custody because they want to evaluate you for DDRF. And how long is DDRF?
Yeah, it's 120 to 180 days. Currently, there's a 10 to 12 week wait for females.
And I have no choice but DDRF for you because it appears that you have the mental health issues along with drug issues. I could refer you to felony drug court, but if felony drug court doesn't accept you, then it would be DDRF. So you can either, I can sentence you to 3 years in the prison. You'll receive credit for whatever time you've been in, or I grant your application. People will tell you probation in here is not easy. It's designed for the probationer that's before me. But if I grant you probation, then you're going to remain in custody. She's told you what the wait time is. That's the wait time. I have no control over that. So those are your two choices. If you would like to discuss it with your attorney, you can. All right. You're welcome. Do y'all want to sit in the box and discuss? And then I'll bring you all back up. All right.
Well, Judge, actually, she's pretty clear on what she wants to do.
Yes.
That's fine with the waiting in jail. I'm doing 180 days in jail.
All right. No, she's saying it's going to be 180 days. And then what else, Ms. Abrams?
So the program itself is 120 to 180 days, and the wait time is 10 to 12 weeks. That's after medical. Medical can take anywhere from 2 to 4 weeks.
So you're looking at the time in DDRF plus the wait time. You want to think about it a little bit?
Sure.
Okay. All right. Just let me know when you're ready.
Yes.
Welcome. We're back on the record and 2024 CR 011162. All right. Have you all had a chance to discuss your options?
We did, Judge.
And what are you requesting, Ms. Nutter?
3 years.
Prison?
Yes.
All right. The court is finding you guilty. The court will sentence you to 3 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. I'll request the therapeutic community for her. But you'll have to request it also. Do you understand?
No.
When you go there, you'll have to let them know that you would like to be in the therapeutic community. The therapeutic community doesn't increase the time that you're in the prison. It's just designed to help you, for example, for you with your mental health issues and any drug issues, okay? And there is a $2,000 fine, time and money to run concurrent. And there's to be no contact with Timothy Height, HAIGHT, and Country, KOUNTRY, Campground RV Park. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney?
Yes.
Did you understand it and did you sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so we can go off the record. Here's the thing. At some point, you're going to be looking at a habitual offender status. And what that means is for certain felonies, if you're charged with it, your minimum is 25 years in the prison. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So you're going to have to do better. You're going to have to stay on your medications. When you're released from prison, if you can't find a place that can help you, you can always come back to the court. If I'm still here, I'll see if I can help you find a place. All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Nicole Nutter stands before Judge Stephanie Boyd with shaky hands and a hopeful heart. She's just heard her daughter, a 21-year-old influencer who makes $10,000 a month on social media, promise to take her in, feed her, and make sure she takes her bipolar medication. For a moment, freedom feels close enough to touch. But Judge Boyd has seen this story before. I don't have a crystal ball, the judge says softly, flipping through Nicole's file. What she finds is devastating. Probation after probation, revoked every single time. 2008, 2013. A pattern of failure that spans years. Nicole admits she's been unmedicated for most of her life, raw dogging a severe mental illness while trying to survive. Then comes the twist that breaks the moment. Judge Boyd offers Nicole a choice that sounds compassionate but cuts deep. Probation with mandatory treatment at DDRF. The catch? She'll sit in jail for 10 to 12 weeks, maybe longer, just waiting for a bed. No timeline, no guarantees, just a cell and hope. The defendant looks at her daughter, looks at the judge, and in a whisper that fills the silent courtroom, she makes her decision. I'll take the 3 years. Judge Boyd's face doesn't flinch, but her words land like stones. She grants the prison sentence, then leans forward with one final warning. You're looking at habitual offender status. Next time, it's 25 years minimum. Nicole nods. The gavel falls.